Let me show you how to make the next best thing to KFC at home, which is beautiful crispy chicken tenders that are made in under 15 minutes prep time, and best of all can be used for burgers, great as a side, and even as a main dish accompanied with rice. So start off by cutting off any excess tender that's sticking out, and that is the little white strip. So you're only going to cut off the ligament that's hanging out, don't worry about removing it entirely. And of course you're going to be removing away the white lining skin as well. So clean up all your tenderloins. I've rinsed all my chicken breasts first, and then I've gone ahead and started to remove everything. Once all cleaned up, you can go ahead and add your plain flour into your chicken breast, and then you're going to coat this thoroughly to make sure that every piece is very well coated and there's no skin left visible. So next you're going to be beating your eggs, and be sure not to add any of the seasoning at any of these stages yet, because you're going to leave that for the breadcrumb stage. Now to season your breadcrumbs, you'll be adding your paprika, vegeta, salt and ground black pepper, and just giving that a quick dry mix. Now if you do have kitchen gloves at home, I highly recommend it. It makes it so much easier for cleanup. But the biggest tip I can give you is making sure you use one hand for wet ingredients and one hand for dry. And you're going to keep going from flour, egg to breadcrumbs until you finish the entire batch. Make sure you really press down on the crumbs though, and that you've evenly coated the entire chicken. Now you can air fry these or bake them in an oven. However, in our house we love deep fried things, so we go ahead, heat up some canola oil. I do approximately 2 centimeters depth of oil, and you'll wait till that gets sizzling hot, which is on a medium to high heat. So my stove goes to a 9, I heat this up to a 7.5. And you're going to fry them until golden brown, flip, fry again until completely evenly golden brown, and then be sure to have a plate with some paper towel on the side ready so you can immediately drain them when they're cooked. Now the best part about these is that they are that crispy on the outside, but so moist and juicy on the inside. You will not regret trying this recipe. It is almost addictive in itself. Now if you want to have a go at making zinger burgers at home, I recommend getting brioche buns. Be sure to slice them in half and toast them under the griller. This definitely helps. Layer them on with some special barbecue sauce. Now this one you can get from Coles, otherwise you can use plain mayo or also Perin mayonnaise. So place a layer of that on, then do your cost lettuce leaf, and then of course your cheese. Be sure to make sure that always the cheese is on top of the lettuce, because you want the hot chicken touching the cheese and not the lettuce making it soggy but melting the cheese. Now for the cheese, you can use normal tasty cheese. I recommend getting the smoky barbecue. You might not think it's a big difference, but I promise you I made it once without that cheese and my husband noticed it. So there is something about the smoky barbecue sauce that really does put it together really well. And there you have, hands down, the best crispy chicken recipe you'll ever try. Be sure to add me on Instagram for more tips and behind the scenes footage.